see that the Yak 52 rolls quite quickly. The Nanchang has a bigger wingspan and a squarer rudder, and it does more gentlemanly aerobatics, but it has a lot more energy, and that allows it to perform continuous manoeuvres, as you'll see now as the three Nanchangs come in, led by today with three ex-RAAF pilots, and currently all serving with Qantas, working with Qantas. One of the Nanchang pilots there is the new face of the Qantas ad that a lot of you may have seen, Egon Ma.
It's the human condition.
The human condition, correct. And that's Egon, as you see. He's flying in echelon right, being led by Jim Eglin. Jim, as soon as this display finishes, is departing to go down to Melbourne. He's one of the leading pilots for the new Boeing 787 that Qantas are getting. He's got a fairly high workload on his plane at the moment. And the third pilot out there is Sean Trestrail, who's ex-FA fighter combat instructor and currently an A380 check and training captain.
Yeah, you mentioned Eagle there, and he really looks like a
I think he's talking about his retirement uniform actually, Endo, but if you look to the left now, you'll see the Yak 52's Timmy Windsor leading, an A330 skipper with Qantas, previously a Herc captain with the RAAF and the US Air Force, squadron leader of the US Air Force. Timmy Windsor's leading through inverted in the Yak, with the other two Yaks holding position there. To the left is Niall Higgins, an Irish flying instructor, and on his right is Al Pickering, ex-RAAF chopper pilot, but we do let him fly with us as well.
Now, one of the major differences we can actually see the Yaks have got the round and tail surfaces, but it looks like the undercarriage is actually sitting down under the wings.
Yeah, that's right, Ando. The very clever and very astute Russian designers made this aeroplane so that if the student failed or couldn't put the undercarriage down for whatever reason, you could still land it on its gear and leave it relatively undamaged. New prop guys are just coming in for their roll. Egon leading for this, followed by Sean Trestrail and then Jim Eglin.
I've heard the saying that Russian aircraft designed by geniuses to be maintained in frozen wastes and flown by, well, people with alcohol issues.
Yeah, and obviously that's something that's not a problem in our team, the alcohol issue. That's well under control, thanks, Graham. I can see where you're going with that.
It was more the folks flying them back out of the steps and so on, as opposed to the professional team flying them today.
Yes, this team practices fairly regularly. We're based mainly in Mittagong, New South Wales, and not far for us to come down to this air show, just a drop over the cliff and we're here. But we fly at least once a month leading up to an air show. We'll have a practice fortnight before. We train as elements at different times, so we can get together and train as 2-ship or 3-ship. And then leading up to an air show, we'll actually, in the last 7 days, we've flown 4 times, and in a day we might do 3 run-throughs of this. Fly, brief, fly, debrief, do it again until we get it right. We're still trying to get it right.
Well, it looks pretty good to me, and you guys take it all the way around regional New South Wales a lot of the time with Paul, and it looks fantastic. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had your cameras out for that.
Yeah, the boys, we actually enjoy the country air shows just as much as doing the big air shows. Somewhere like Warbirds Down Under is a great opportunity for us to fly in front of our peers, but by the same token, going out to somewhere like Moree or Tamworth that might only get an air show every couple of years, we often do air shows in conjunction with all them in this team, which have been great to have us along, and we always get a warm welcome at these country towns.
I remember up at Warrior, I think I mentioned it yesterday, up in the car park at Woolworths, everybody's standing out watching you practice.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of freeloaders get a show out of the car parks and the motels when we are on arrival each time, Ando. But I'm sure that inspires them to come to the show. We're now going to see the 3 Yak 52s coming back in from the right. Niall Higgins is just going to give us a quick demonstration of what the Yak 52 is capable of on its own. It has an inverted oil and fuel system, as I mentioned earlier. It can fly up to +6 and -3G manoeuvres with these, and it's a very, very robust aeroplane. A great primary trainer, and it's used by the Soviets for training all of their ab initio pilots up to the point where they can go on fast jets.
Same thing with the Nanchangs that built like over 2,000 People's Liberation Air Force over there in China.
Yeah, very solid aeroplanes. They're not the sort of thing that you normally hear of spar issues or any of the issues that inherent in a lot of older aeroplanes. They're solidly built, and if well maintained, there's no reason why they can't keep flying for a long time.
Very unusual with these, Mark. They've got a very flat wing where normally you've got a little bit of dihedral.
Yeah, you'll notice aeroplanes like Matt Hall's and Paul Bennett's. Like a dihedral makes an aeroplane more inherently unstable, and that's a bonus for when you want to be able to do aerobatic manoeuvres. The Nanchang has that polyhedral wing, and that makes it a little bit more stable, but that also makes it nice for aerobatics, whereas the Yak-52 can fly up to, in competition, intermediate or even advanced aerobatics in the right hands.
Now, Mike, has it always been the same team guys since the start of the Roulets?
Roulets have been going about 20 years now, and there's been some changes over the years. Lindsay Sinclair was the founder of the group, Illawarra and myself were the next longest on the team, and we have a process where guys come in and out of the team, and we train up our replacements. We all train in different positions, so if someone has an aeroplane break on the day, someone else can slot in, take their place, and hopefully the public aren't aware of any change.
I guess with all of you flying with various airlines or having other day jobs, you've got to be able to accommodate the situation where people can't make it to a show.
Yeah, we're certainly luckier now that the Qantas guys in the team, not because of myself, we're only two non-Qantas pilots, getting to the seniority point where they can manage to change, wangle, do whatever it takes to get to air shows. But there have been times when we've struggled. We just watched the three Nanchangs there doing their downwards bomb burst.
It's a lovely display, and they certainly seem to have a lot of fun out there. But I know that those boys are working really hard to keep everything going right.
If I told you they were having no fun, would you believe me about that?
Not in your life.
Yeah, impossible. The harder they work, the more fun they have, right?
And the best bit about this, when you come to an air show, someone else is providing the avgas. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Shell Aviation. Snap.
Do I get free fuel for that too?
Or did you bring your aircraft here with the team?
As a matter of fact, it is out there flying. Al Pickering's flying my aeroplane today, so I guess I am getting it. And the Yak-52s are now coming in for their bomb burst, and that's the final manoeuvre the guys will be doing. And then they'll be setting up for an initial and pitch as a team and coming back to land.
And that initial pitch is like we've seen with the Roulettes when they came back in after doing the formation with Connie, so they all come down and then peel off and pull some G's, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. The quickest way to get an aeroplane back into the circuit is
Getting back onto the ground.
and if they've done everything right, Ando, the Changs should be leading them back in, and it would appear they are, so that's good, and maybe that's down to our friendly controllers beside us here who've got them in the right position. So there's Jim Ekman braking, followed by Egon Marr and then Sean Tresdale, of course on the T-tail. And the second group will try and position themselves right behind them, and then we let in Al Pickering and number 6 there, 9 minutes.
Your aircraft is number 2 there.
Number 2 in the Yaks, mate.
I was going to attempt a full forward sweep. Following the shoulder roll. Now stopping the nose curve, moving vertical. 0 forward airspeed. And now hard left rudder. That's all clear. Not 1, but 2 significant head turnarounds. 4-point roll and vertical. And on top of this vertical, he's going to do one of the world's smallest inside loops, showing the power coming from the high and high 40 engine. And this time, so we're going to take a live performance of here. Kilograms. However, it is powered by a 400 horsepower engine, making it without doubt one of the highest performing aerobatic biplanes in the world today. Including venues in South Korea and China. Sequences, he will experience up to 10 Gs, that's 10 times the force of gravity, and also negative 6 Gs. Negative Gs are when the aircraft is actually trying to throw